I'm May Tobol, your guide in the world of mystical crossroads between spirituality and psychology. Today, I'd like to continue our exploration of a truly unique and enigmatic figure, Madame Helena Blavatsky. Today, I invite you to explore part 4 of our in-depth research series into Madame Blavatsky's life, influence, and legacy. And as always, I'm joined by my intellectual co-pilot, Brian, who will assist me in presenting this fascinating journey into the life and times of one of history's most mysterious women. Brian, take the floor.
Thanks, May. I'll do my best to guide us through this thought-provoking topic. Let's explore the dreamscape together. Madame Blavatsky, the X-Factor of the 19th century, a prophet, medium, and enigma, Part 4. So, once again, Helena Blavatsky set off on her journey, but this time it was different. Her travels were no longer aimless escapes from a world she despised. They were filled with purpose. In India, she witnessed extraordinary phenomena that would change her understanding of reality forever. The Hindus claimed these were miracles, but what Blavatsky saw convinced her otherwise. These were not acts of divine intervention, but demonstrations of the incredible potential hidden within the human spirit. She observed men who could sit motionless for years, others who could kill wild animals with a single glance, and those who could control the minds of others through sheer willpower, powers activated by nothing more than concentrated thought. She wrote about all of this in her new book. Europeans, largely ignorant of Eastern traditions, found her accounts unbelievable, but Blavatsky insisted these were not supernatural wonders, but the natural evolution of human consciousness. Our thoughts, she believed, are all-powerful. Through them, we can perform feats that seem miraculous, walking barefoot over broken glass or burning coals, swallowing fire. What once seemed magical is now practiced by thousands across the world. Street performers and theatrical troupe travel Europe, staging fire dancing shows and stunts with blades and shards, turning ancient mysticism into public entertainment. And yet, as these performers claim today, such abilities are accessible to anyone willing to focus their mind completely. All it takes is full concentration. During her time in India, Blavatsky came to a profound realization. Every person has the potential to awaken something extraordinary within themselves, to become a superhuman, or even, in a sense, a god. To do so, one must study all the ancient religions, uncover their shared truths, and distill from them a universal wisdom, a single secret knowledge capable of answering life's deepest questions. This became the foundation of Theosophy, a spiritual movement dedicated to uniting all religious teachings under one philosophical umbrella. It sought to reveal the common divine truth hidden within every faith, from Christianity and Buddhism to Hinduism and ancient mystery schools. For Blavatsky, Theosophy was not just a belief system, it was a path to enlightenment. Her followers, including many seekers after her time, continued her work. One such modern-day traveler, Lena, a devoted student of Blavatsky's teachings, journeyed through India to explore the limits of human consciousness. There, she witnessed astonishing rituals, the symbolic self-sacrifice of Shiite mourners, entire months of fasting, followed by trance-like dances honoring the god Shiva, during which participants pierced their backs and hung suspended from hooks. Shamans claimed they felt no pain, not because of drugs, but through mastery of the mind alone. Hindus believe in the immortality of the soul and the cycle of rebirth, where each life is a step toward ultimate wisdom. For this goal, they endure unimaginable suffering, and it was among such individuals, those who had transcended physical pain and lived by higher laws, that Blavatsky found her teachers. Blavatsky's journey spanned decades. In South America, she hunted mustangs across the pampas. In Egypt, she studied the secrets of ancient magic. In Italy, she fought alongside Garibaldi's forces. She lived in Indian wigwams in Canada, rode elephants in India, and all the while her family back home worried endlessly. Where was their Elena? Was she still alive? Then, unexpectedly, the wanderer appeared at the doorstep of her childhood home. But when she returned, her relatives barely recognized her. She was exhausted, thin, and carried an otherworldly presence. Strange things began to happen around her. Furniture moved on its own. Mysterious knocks echoed through walls and ceilings. Word spread quickly of her inexplicable powers. Soon, curious visitors from across the province arrived at the family estate. Each evening, the drawing room overflowed with guests eager to witness the strange phenomena surrounding this woman. But one night, Blavatsky failed to appear. When they checked on her, they found her unconscious in bed. A terrible wound had suddenly appeared on her chest near her heart. Doctors tried desperately to stop the bleeding, but they could not. A few hours later, the pale, weakened woman slipped into a coma. Strange occurrences followed. The servants claimed to see her wandering the house or garden at night. During the day, she could barely move. Only rarely, when called by name, did she briefly regain consciousness, her eyes darting around the room as if unaware of where she was. Then, just as suddenly as she had fallen ill, she recovered. Not gradually, but overnight, as though returning from another realm. In truth, she had been in constant communication with her teacher throughout her illness. While her body lay still, her mind was elsewhere, receiving guidance from the East. Her family, however, was terrified. To them, Elena had always been strange, set apart since childhood. Now they feared she had finally lost her mind. A few days later, Blavatsky gathered her belongings and announced, "My teacher has summoned me to Tibet." Thus began the most mysterious chapter of her life, the years spent in the hidden monasteries of the Himalayas, where she would receive the sacred teachings that would shape the rest of her destiny. What happened during Helena Blavatsky's time in Tibet remains one of the most mysterious chapters of her life. She claimed to have met extraordinary beings, spiritual masters known as Mahatmas, who possessed immense wisdom and supernatural abilities. These enlightened teachers, she said, had lived for centuries, guarding the deepest secrets of the universe. Blavatsky spent a year among them, or so she claimed. Curiously, none of her writings, memoirs, or biographies contain detailed accounts of this period, yet when she returned from Tibet, she was no longer just a medium or mystic. She now saw herself, and was seen by others, as an enlightened messenger of the masters, a living oracle of truth. Thousands followed her teachings. No longer did she suffer from uncontrollable visions or strange phenomena like moving objects and unexplained sounds. She had mastered her powers, claiming full control over them. It was no longer the forces that ruled her, it was she who ruled them. Upon returning to the West, Blavatsky sparked a revolution in spiritual thought. She founded a new religious philosophical movement called Theosophy, a synthesis of Eastern and Western esoteric traditions. Drawing from Hinduism, Buddhism, ancient mystery schools, and Western occultism, Theosophy proposed that all religions contained fragments of a single universal truth. Central to her philosophy was the idea that every human being could attain divine wisdom through spiritual evolution. The path to enlightenment was open to all, not through blind faith, but through knowledge, self-discipline, and inner awakening. This notion that each person could become a godlike being was radical. It challenged traditional Christianity, which taught humility before God, and instead offered a vision of personal divinity. Her magnum opus, Isis Unveiled, became an encyclopedia of hidden knowledge. In it she explored the origins of magic, exposed what she saw as theological errors, and revealed secret doctrines rejected by organized religion. Her work ignited a spiritual fire across Europe. After the publication of her books, a theosophical boom swept through Europe. Blavatsky no longer needed to organize seances. Instead, followers gathered to receive messages from the Mahatmas, whom she claimed were guiding humanity from behind the scenes. At public gatherings, letters would mysteriously appear inside locked drawers or sealed compartments, letters supposedly written by the Tibetan masters themselves answering questions posed by attendees. As Blavatsky walked through rooms, faint chimes rang out and rose petals fell from the air. Her sessions became legendary, drawing the attention of scholars, aristocrats, and even secret societies. She was invited to join Masonic lodges as an honorary member and was eventually offered American citizenship, which she accepted. Now a citizen of the United States, Blavatsky continued to attract followers from the highest echelons of society. In major cities like London, New York, and St. Petersburg, theosophical societies emerged. She established the movement's headquarters in Adyar, India, a center that attracted wealthy patrons, influential British officials, and American intellectuals. Generous donations allowed the society to grow, with its mission clearly defined, to collect and spread knowledge about the hidden laws that govern the universe. To be continued to Part 5.
And that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe so you won't miss the next part. We'll definitely be continuing this topic. If you like this video, please share it with others. But most importantly, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you have any questions? Do you agree or disagree? Your feedback means a lot. Stay cool, enjoy your day, and I'll see you soon.